Na Zemplíne panuje príjemná atmosféra, po víťazstve v Podbrezovej sme dvakrát uspeli aj na domácom trávniku, keď sme zdolali Trnavu a Žilinu. No a máme tu našu ďalšiu epizódu podcastu Dnes bez Lopty a našim hosťom bude analytik Çağatay Özkan. So Çağatay, welcome in our club podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You are a new person in our coaching staff, so how would you describe yourself and introduce you to fans?
Oh, I do analysis for the club. I do both data and tactical analysis, video analysis, I can say. So as you said, I'm the new member, the newest member of the coaching staff. So that's it.
How would you describe yourself in 3 words? Personally?
3 words. I'm ambitious guy. I always seek for the future, and I'm a hardworking guy, I can say. And also you can add that never give up mentality.
Can you tell us something more about your childhood in Turkey?
Yeah, I born in Istanbul. So I had a good childhood. I grew up in happy family, my dad and my mom. I don't have any brother and sister. My dad, he was very involved in football, so I grew up with the football. He was always bring the ball to home, and he was explaining to me, oh, today we play like this, like that. So yeah, that's it.
I heard that your father had a big position in football. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, he was a football lover. He was a president of a club. It was a small club, but then they grew the club and they play professional league in Turkey. It was the 3rd division. Back in the days, the league system in Turkey, it was a little bit different, but they play professionally. So he was the president of the club. So I was going to support the matches and cheer for the team. So yeah, he was supporter of Fenerbahçe. My mom, Galatasaray, but I support Beşiktaş. So 3 people and 3 different teams in the family. So it was fun. Yeah.
Do you remember your first football memory, also with maybe your father?
I do remember. I was playing for the same team, which my dad was the president. My mom and dad, they were watching me. It was a free kick on the right side, just outside of the box. Then I score. Then I went to celebrate, like, yeah, I did it. Then I still remember how happy they were. So they clap hands, cheer for me. Yeah, it was my first memory.
So this was the moment when you fall in love with football, or it was like the first moments when your father came home with home?
Since from the birth. Even my mom said when I was little boy, I was just kicking her, with my left foot. I'm lefty. So then they realized, oh, this guy, he's kicking good. So let's give him a ball. So yeah, from the birth.
We also know that you played football. Which position did you play?
I play number 10. But that time, the number 10, maybe you remember the Zidane he was playing. Yes. It was very important role in football, technical guy. Don't run a lot, but can cover everything with the game intelligence and the technical skills. So yeah, I was number 10.
What kind of player were you on the pitch?
Now, I think maybe the people remember the Argentinian player Riquelme.
Okay.
I was this type of player. Yeah, creative and not involved in duels, but I was trying to fix the problem on the pitch with a creation, some passing and long distance shooting, and my free kicks was not bad.
I think we have the right answer for this question, but did you ever dream of becoming a professional football player?
Of course, yeah. Of course I did. Like every kid who play football, they're thinking that, oh, one day I can make it. But in reality, it's difficult to make it because your skills, your technical skills, even tactical understanding can bring you some point, but after that, the most important thing, how hard you push, especially physically, mentally, how ready you are. So I think I wasn't that ready. So I played a little bit, but not that high level.
When did you realize that maybe is your time to be off the pitch to do another role?
In the coaching role?
Yes, it's in coaching role.
As I said, I fall in love in the game. So I love football. For me, it's the most beautiful game in the world. I still see this one as a game. Some people, they think differently. Some people, they talk about, oh, let's go to war. No, for me, it's just a game. So yeah, this is my life. So football is a very big part of my life. So I think I will, at the end of my life, I will close my eyes with a football.
You traveled to different countries, different cultures.
Yes.
How would you describe your traveling around the world?
Good question. Good memories. Because I put learning as the first part of my life. So if you travel a lot, you can learn a lot. Yeah, you can read book, you can check the countries, you can educate yourself, but traveling and being there is completely different story. So yeah, I learned many things from those countries. The culture, how they look at the life, how they survive in the life, how they're enjoying in the life. Yeah, I think it's benefit me a lot.
You left your country in, I think, a very small age because now you are a really long time abroad.
Yes.
It was hard to change the place.
Yes. At first it was hard. I miss Turkish foods a lot. It's tasty, as you know. But in the time, you're just blending into the new culture and everything goes smoothly. So, yeah, I missed it, but it took me I think 2-3 years to realize that, okay, I'm outside and I can do it in here. So now I'm completely fine.
I think you also miss the football atmosphere in Turkey.
Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes, because the support, they really love football. They see football, I don't know, I need to put the right words, but they see the football is like a religion. So it's very important for them. And 3 big clubs in Istanbul, they have huge supporters, fan base. And Turkey is the very big country, big population, I think 88 million. Those big clubs, they have more than 10-15 million supporters, and the stadiums full, big stadiums, big investment, yes. But no, it's a chaos in there. So as an analyst, I just want to focus on the game itself. So because this is what matters for me. I love the game, but I don't like the super emotional part outside of the football or some chaos in the football. I just want to focus. So this was the no part.
What experience abroad shaped you the most? Because I think you have a lot of memories from abroad.
Netflix movie, I can say. It's like a Netflix movie, and I asked the same question to myself, and I realized I'm too far away from the final episode, so it's just the beginning for me. So yeah, I'm having a great experience. So I'm at just the beginning. So I'm wondering what future brings for me.
Can you tell us more about your football coaching license? Because you're still studying.
Yes, still studying, still learning. So recently I got my B, so it opened the door for me to A license. So actually, in the analysis part, like 4-5 years ago, I decided to focus on the beautiful part of the football, the tactical part. So I put a piece of paper and I write what my goal is. So I draw everything on the paper, and it was ending with a professional club with an UEFA A license, because I want to educate myself both in analysis and also the coaching, because they're combined. You need to know football very well to do your job very well. So yeah, I'm still learning. But I'm coming to the end of my plan. So then after that, I need to find another piece of paper and draw another goal for me.
How did you first end up in Slovakia? How did it happen?
Last year. It was last year. I realized I'm ready for a new adventure, so I was looking for a club as an analyst, by the way, as an analyst. So I have a couple friends here, one of my best friend, Martin. So one day he called me that, Çağatay, there's an opportunity for you if you want to take it in Slovakia. I met him in China. Actually, one funny story about him. We play football together with him in China, and the name of the team, it was TJ Lokomotiva. So it was full of Czechs and Slovaks, so we play football all together. So actually in China, I was a part of a community that full of Czechs and Slovaks. It's like a family. So one day he called me that he asked me, there's an opportunity in Slovakia, would you want to take it? So I said, why not? So what's the team? FC Košice. Okay, let's talk about it. And Marek Sapara and Pavel Turšik, they reached at me, so we talked about it. I remember it was the Žilina match. They asked me to analyze the match. So I did, then the story started. After the winter break of the last season. So then I found myself in Slovakia.
What happened in Košice? Because you left the team?
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about that, but I need to be careful what I'm saying. But they didn't understand what I'm doing. Maybe, as I said before, maybe I couldn't show. It was chaos mode in Košice. I love the city. I have many friends there. Also the active players, I have good connections with them. We are still in touch. But I can easily and shortly answer that it's a professional life. It happens in football. It's very normal, so no problem.
So after Košice, you moved to Michalovce, but how did it happen?
After Košice, I received a phone call that the Michalovce, they have some interest. So I said, okay, and so we talked about it. So I had another offer from another country, but then I met with Ivan Gondor. He traveled to Košice and we sat and talked. Then I realized, I think this is a family because this is what he told me. So he just want me to, can you please travel to Michalovce and see by yourself? So the next day I was here, so I realized, yes, he's right. So I thought that I think I can help the team, I can improve myself, which is very important for me, and I can be useful for the team. So I think it was a good decision. Yeah, it was a good decision. So I'm really, really happy in here.
You answered it shortly, but what were your first impressions here in Michalovce, in our club, when you came here?
Family. I can say family. Everybody say that it's a small city, you grow up in Istanbul, then you live in Shanghai, the huge population, a lot of people there. But I realized this is a sports city. So I also watched the ice hockey match and people told me that they have very well handball team and football team. I think not bad, huh?
Yes.
Not that bad. So it's a small population, but with big heart. So all I can say. And in the club, it's completely family environment in here. Everybody respect each other. The family environment, it sounds like it's cliche, but no, it's real. So here it's a family. We are family here. Now I'm a part of it.
I think in this part of podcast, the people will ask, what is your job exactly? Because they maybe don't know what the video analysis, data analysis do. So can you describe your week after match to the next match?
Next match, good. So after match, we have a video. So it's starting from the match, the live match. So I watch the match and I do coding for the match. So I got some special actions, special videos for the match. So in the halftime, I show the coach, the head coach. So this happened in the match. So we try to fix it in the match. So this is the live match part. So after the match, we analyze what happened in the past match, like everything, all the actions. So we show to players, so this happened, we need to fix something. So another preparation is the future match, the next match. So I analyze the opponent, I check their weaknesses, strength, and how they play. I show the players, so because I want them to play the match before the match. So they need to know what kind of experience they will have in the pitch. So I'm responsible also on the data side. I check the numbers, I convert the numbers to football language. I explain them very easily and basically. So also in the trainings, I record trainings with the drone and the cameras. So we have some individual meetings with the players for their improvement. Also some like midfielders, defenders, strikers to show how we need to play, what we need to do. Basically, it is. So it's all about the analyzing opponent, own team, individual players, and that's it.
I want to ask about a live football match, like you talked, because against Trnava we scored in the second half.
Yes.
Against Podbrezova we scored in the second half.
Yes.
And against Žilina we scored also in the second half. So did you help the coach to improve some things during halftime break? Maybe we can come back to match against Žilina.
Yes. Yeah. We changed the system, how we play. We have completely new strategy. We are playing different. So coach has very solid plan. So I'm trying to help all the coaches, head coach, the assistant coaches, everybody, the players. So I believe I did. So it was a good run. The last 3 matches we had good results. In the second halves, probably it's good. Yeah, we did it. But also now as an analyst, I'm thinking that why we couldn't score in the first half. So now I need to find a solution about this one. It was a good question. I will go check after that. But I'm happy. We got 9 points in the last 3 matches. So now we focus on the next match. So I hope we can make the fans happy too in the next match.
But I want to ask about your job because I think you can't completely cut it from your life when you are watching football. Maybe you're watching the games of Champions League. Do you also analyze these matches?
If I have time, yes, I'm trying to watch. But as an analyst, it's difficult for me to watch the match and completely enjoy, because sometimes when I watch the match, I'm losing myself. I'm trying to find how they play and what's going to happen in the next section. My mind is still working. But if I have time, yeah, I'm trying to watch some Liverpool matches, Real Madrid matches, but not a lot. So probably I watch like 4 or 5 matches outside of Slovak football.
Can you tell me that the truth rule of analyst is that the most important part of the game is where game is not played, like in the place where the ball is not completely important. More important is where the ball is on it.
Yeah, both important. But as an analyst, the most important thing, the asking a good question to yourself. This is the most important part, because you have to reduce the uncertain part of the games. So it means that you need to ask great question to yourself. How can I do that? As you said, I don't focus on the ball. Yeah, I do focus, but in some positions I also need to check what's going on and on the other side of the pitch, because it's all combined, all actions combined. Yeah, ball in on the right side of the pitch, but with the one long pass, it goes to left side of the pitch. So you need to check what's going on the left side of the pitch. It's important, yes.
Do you have some ending message for our fans? This is your camera, because you are new here. Maybe you can more introduce yourself to them.
Okay, thank you so much for support. We need your support. And please come to stadium and support your team. And spolu sme Zemplín.
That was very nice. Dámy a páni, toto bola ďalšia epizóda nášho klubového podcastu Dnes bez Lopty. Sme radi, že ste nás pozerali a počúvali. Naším hosťom bol Çağatay Özkan. Çato, thank you for coming here.
Thank you so much.
A ja sa na vás budem tešiť aj pri ďalšej epizóde nášho podcastu. Vidíme sa niekedy na budúce. Dovidenia a do počutia.